I'm delighted to be asked to come and give my views on learning at your Learning at Work week. Fantastic that the Talent and Organisational Development team have actually asked me to do this. So my name's Taskin and I'm a director of a company called Passe-Partout. We've actually been going for 20 years this year, which is really exciting. And I've actually been in the business 30 years. So I've got a few observations on learning I'd like to share with you. And I'm really passionate about it. I feel that, we've really got to help people achieve their potential, and a lot of people actually don't. And as we go forward into what I'd call is a VUCA world, now VUCA stands for volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. It's a very changeable world. The things that are actually going to make a difference are people that actually have agility. They need agility and they need the ability to learn. If you don't have the ability to learn, you won't be agile in that world. So when we look at some of these things and we look at learning, I actually have got really interested in the neuroscience behind it. And people learn better if we can do a variety of things that actually help them learn. Firstly, we need to make it interesting for them. So if they're interested and they have some emotional engagement, they're actually going to learn effectively. That's really important. My second point is if they actually learn how to learn and they realise that actually it's something around neuroplasticity, so our brain is actually able to learn. We used to believe that it stopped probably in your early 20s, but we now know that your brain actually continues to develop into your 70s. So there's hope for all of us to carry on learning as much as we can. And actually, if we use those brain cells, we'll actually hold off Alzheimer's into old age. So learning how to learn and having that learning thought process will make you healthier as you get older, funny enough. So emotional engagement, neuroplasticity, understanding why you're learning, that's another point, that's really important. There's a funny thing about smell, that actually people learn well if there's a good smell around. That's a slightly funny one, but that's very important. We also have something around practice. So if you're actually practicing what you learn, you're much more likely to get it to stick. And then there's also something around mindfulness. So if you're able to be in the moment, put the things that are going on in your head aside, not worry about what's gone on, not worry about the past, not think about the future, but actually be in the moment, you're much more likely to learn effectively. It's also interesting when we start thinking about the neuroscience that actually we learn things that are actually quite pleasurable. We have an inbuilt philosophy that we move towards pleasure and away from pain, and that actually releases dopamines in the brain. So we're much more likely to learn things which are fun, that are engaging, that are things that actually we're interested in. So it is for me all about the neuroscience, learning how to learn. Learning is important because of that VUCA environment. But sometimes people actually can have all sorts of past experiences that actually inhibit them learning. And that can actually maybe have been from at school, it might be actually from the way you're parented, and they give you those drawbacks. So if we learn that actually learning is a good thing, we're much more likely to be effective.